Emma lived in a small town in Spain. She was a bright young girl with a dream to travel the world and meet new people. However, she knew there was one thing she needed to achieve her dream: learning English. English was a language spoken in many countries, and Emma understood that if she wanted to travel, she needed to speak it well. One day, Emma's mother, Maria, noticed her daughter's interest in learning English. She brought home a special book called Easy English for Beginners. Maria handed it to Emma and said, "I believe in you, Emma. This book will help you get started." Emma was thrilled. She opened the book and saw that it was filled with pictures, words, and simple sentences. She decided to read a little bit every day. The first lesson was about greetings. It taught her how to say hello, goodbye, and how are you in English. Every morning, Emma spent an hour reading her English book. She practiced saying the words out loud. She learned how to introduce herself, say her age, and talk about her family. Emma's father, Carlos, would help her practice. He would ask, "What is your name?" And Emma would reply, "My name is Emma." One day, Emma's best friend, Lucia, visited her. Emma showed her the book and taught her some English words. Together, they practiced saying, "Please," "Thank you," and "Sorry." Lucia was amazed at how much Emma had learned in such a short time. Emma also loved to listen to English songs. She would write down the words she didn't know and look them up in her dictionary. Singing along to her favorite songs helped her remember new words and improve her pronunciation. In Emma's town, there was a new English teacher, Mr. Johnson. He was from England and had come to Spain to teach English. One day, Emma's school announced that Mr. Johnson would be offering after-school English classes. Emma was excited and signed up immediately. The first class was a little intimidating for Emma. Mr. Johnson spoke only in English, and at first, Emma struggled to understand. But Mr. Johnson was patient. He used gestures, pictures, and simple words to help the students understand. In class, Emma learned about colors, numbers, and basic grammar. Mr. Johnson encouraged the students to speak in English as much as possible. Emma made new friends in the class, and they practiced speaking English together during breaks. Emma knew that to get better at English, she needed to practice every day. She started a journal where she wrote about her day in English. Her sentences were simple at first, like "Today I went to school," or "I played with my friend Lucia." But as she practiced, her sentences became more complex. One evening, Emma's family decided to have an English night. They agreed to speak only in English during dinner. It was challenging, but also fun. They laughed a lot and helped each other find the right words. Emma also discovered English language websites and apps. She used them to play games, watch videos, and do exercises. These resources made learning English enjoyable and interactive. One day, Mr. Johnson announced a special project. Each student would get a pen pal from an English-speaking country. Emma was paired with a girl named Sarah from the United States. They began writing letters to each other in English. Emma was nervous about writing her first letter, but she was also excited. She introduced herself and talked about her family, her school, and her favorite hobbies. When Sarah's reply arrived, Emma was thrilled. Sarah wrote about her life in America, her favorite sports, and her pet dog. Writing letters to Sarah helped Emma practice her writing skills. She learned new vocabulary and improved her grammar. Sarah would correct Emma's mistakes and explain new words to her. Their friendship grew, and Emma felt more confident in her English. At the end of the school year, Mr. Johnson announced that the English class would perform a play. The play was called The Adventures of Peter Pan. Emma was chosen to play Wendy, one of the main characters. She was excited, but also a little scared. The students practiced every day after school. Emma memorized her lines and practiced speaking them clearly. Mr. Johnson helped the students with their pronunciation and acting. The more they practiced, the better they got. On the day of the play, Emma was nervous, but when she stepped onto the stage and saw her family and friends in the audience, she felt proud. She spoke her lines with confidence and acted with enthusiasm. The play was a great success, and everyone applauded the students' hard work. That summer, Emma's family decided to visit London. It was a dream come true for Emma. She was excited to use her English skills in a real English-speaking country. They visited famous places like the Tower of London, Buckingham Palace, and the British Museum. Emma loved talking to the locals. She asked for directions, ordered food in restaurants, and chatted with other kids in the parks. She was surprised at how much she could understand and how well she could communicate. One day they visited a bookstore. Emma found a book called Stories for Young Readers. She bought it and spent her evenings reading the stories. She learned many new words and phrases from the book. When the new school year began, Emma felt more confident in her English. She continued taking Mr. Johnson's classes and helping her friends with their English homework. She also joined an English club where students practiced speaking and writing in English. Emma's hard work paid off. She won a prize in the school's English competition. She wrote a story in English about her trip to London and read it aloud to the judges. They were impressed with her vocabulary and storytelling skills. Emma realized that learning English had opened many doors for her. She could now watch English movies without subtitles, read English books, and communicate with people from different countries. She felt proud of herself and grateful for all the support she had received. Emma decided to help others learn English. She volunteered to tutor younger students who were just starting to learn the language. She used the same techniques that had helped her, reading stories, singing songs, and playing games. Emma's students loved her classes. She made learning fun and interactive. She encouraged them to speak English as much as possible and praised their efforts. Seeing her students improve made Emma happy and motivated her to keep learning. As Emma grew older, she continued to pursue her dream of traveling the world. She applied for a scholarship to study in an English-speaking country. Her hard work and dedication to learning English paid off, and she was accepted into a university in the United States. Emma's journey to learn English had been challenging, but it was also rewarding. She had made new friends, experienced new cultures, and achieved her dreams. She knew that learning English was just the beginning of her adventures. Emma's story is a reminder that with determination, practice, and support, anyone can learn a new language and achieve their dreams. Whether it's through reading books, writing letters, or speaking with friends, every step brings you closer to your goal. The end.